And you might find yourself in Beverly Hills. You can't even pay for parking when you consider all the great values that we're offering here today. Now, I'm really excited about this because I do not want anyone to miss out. This is an absolute thrill. This is the world launch of the first ever Niacinamide Biopeptide Smoothing Serum. We've heard a lot about niacinamide, but this is niacinamide plus 300 different peptides. This is going to address skin texture, the look of fine lines and wrinkles. This is going to help you with crepey skin, sagging skin. It'll brighten the look of your skin. 10% niacinamide, that's a big deal, and it's only $39 for our sale price and for our big day with Dr. Nassif here in the studio. And I'm so thrilled that you're doing niacinamide because you've probably studied this ingredient for the last 30 years or so.
So 2 years ago, I was talking to Alice, my CEO. I said, we need a very good niacinamide, which is a derivative of B3. By the way, I want you to look at these. We're going to show you these befores and afters. You're gonna look at these, and I'm gonna go to the Telestrator after, but I want you to look at the lower eyelid. I said, listen, I want to get something especially for the lower eyelid that's gonna help with the crepey skin and the hyperpigmentation. Now, some hyperpigmentation is very deep. Even lasers don't do that. But I want to take care of the crepey skin. I want to help with the hydration. And one of the best, besides vitamin C, is niacinamide. Now, you might say, okay, Dr. Nassif, there's all kinds of niacinamides on the market, and there is. However, by the way, you can get one as low as like $9, okay? This, first of all, is 10% niacinamide. Highest dose I can put in a product like this. 2, it's filled with 300 biopeptides, which basically what that does, and these are all clinical grade. Now, you can find them in ultra luxury markets, a couple $100 for something like this. But what I wanted to do is bring it to the masses. This is the world launch of this.
I love the appearance of their skin in the after. I mean, their skin is just glowing. That's not a serum, that's not a product, that's not a highlighter. That's the actual appearance of their skin has been visibly changed due to a serum. All of your serums, all of your products from the detox pads, they're both for men and women. So you don't have to worry about any particular skin type. They're for all skin tones as well. Even niacinamide, great for all skin tones, Dr.
All skin
Nassif?
tones, and I like using this twice a day.
Okay.
You know, and the thing is, you know, when it comes to biopeptides, we're helping with the collagen, we're helping with the elastin. And what you're looking at right now is our instrumental test. This is our science behind using this product. And when you look at this right now, you're seeing it right on your skin. Let's see, is it that way? There it is. Okay, there we go. Skin tone. Crepey skin, fine lines and wrinkles. Remember, I originally designed this for around the eyes, but it's face, neck, okay, and around the eyes. And then Trans Epidermal Water Loss. We have ectoin and allotoin, 2 incredible hydrators. You don't get that, you don't basically become dehydrated. You're not losing water from your skin. And the skin tightness. I mean, so our goal is to actually get everything in the brightness, wrinkles, everything. That's the science based. Now what you're looking at, what folks, and by the way, unfortunately, I can't even read that because my eyes, what's happening in my eyes here?
100% agreed their skin felt smoother. 96% agreed that their skin had more radiance, and 92% agreed that their skin was more hydrated. So smoother, firmer, younger looking skin. A lot of us have heard a lot about niacinamide. This is an ingredient that's been around for many, many years, but this is a really extremely luxury level product. This is the best of the best. 10% niacinamide. Sometimes when you buy other products, they say they have niacinamide. You might not even know what the ingredient percentage is. It might be 1%, 2%. So show us here, Dr. Nassif, what we're looking at. What kind of results can we expect if we're using niacinamide on a regular basis? I'm so thrilled that this is here. I'm buying this tonight.
I mean, so I want everyone to use this twice a day.
Okay.
And first of all, for that mature aging skin, okay, it's anti-aging. It's gonna help, as we saw, reverse some of those signs of aging. And you can take a look, and right now at this before and after, 4 weeks, okay? 1 month, 2 times a day. First of all, look at the radiance and the brightness of the skin. You can see when you just even look up here, compared to up here, you can see that radiance. And then when we go here, look at already how that hyperpigmentation after 1 month is improved. Look at the crow's feet area. And you know, the thing is this, we just talked about mature skin. But for premature aging, for the younger folks, Let's talk about preventing. This is prophylactic. Let's have the next one. And so it's nice that I get to go through these with you. We show you these befores and afters. So we'll take a look here. Look underneath the lower eyelid. Look at how that is completely improved. Okay, take a look right over through here. And now look at the radiance.
Okay.
Look at the crepey area.
I'd love to show this close up, because you can really, really see the difference. And you know what I love about this product? There are certainly some very obvious visible signs of aging, but the stuff that's the most frustrating is the hyperpigmentation, is the texture, is the tone of the skin, because all of that does make us look and feel older.
You know, unfortunately it does. And that hyperpigmentation, a lot of us are born with that.
Yeah.
You know, and so what I want to show you here, I'm going to show you about a total of 5 of these. But if you look here, look at the depth of the nasolabial fold and look at the marionette line. Now look at the difference. So that depth, especially preventing trans epidermal water loss, as you can see, that depth is not nearly as deep. Okay, so that's what's important. I have 2 more. Remember, for all of you out there, when you're looking at a skincare product, you want to see how effective it is, and befores and afters, and clinical studies is what shows you the effectiveness. And again, the value is here, which Sarah talks about that. But when we look at this area here, and again, this is mature age skin. I'm not showing you a 25-year-old. I want to show you how effective it works. 4 weeks, 2 times daily, you're going to use the detox pads first, and then you're going to use this. This is how I've been using this, and I've been using it a little bit longer than, because you know I've had to try this for the last 3 months, and I use it twice a day. Now, when we look here, I just want you to look at the crepey skin here. Look at the crepey skin, and how many of you can relate to this? And now look at that. That is what you want to see. Remember, face and neck, but I'm focusing on the thinnest skin of all, which is your lower eyelid. And that area, yeah, we laser it in the operating room. Got to be careful with surgery, you know, because that could actually be dangerous in that lower eyelid.
But this is something you can put around the eye?
You can put that around your eye. It's tested around the eye, so it's eye safe, shall we say. And again...
Would you layer this after you do the detox pad?
So here's the way I do it. Cleanser in the shower.
Yep.
Detox pad, my first anti-aging treatment, getting everything ready to go. Then I use this. Now, I layer about 5 products myself, and that's how I've made NassifMD, and also that's why they're very reasonably priced. And again, not like HSN prices, of course.
No.
Not my med spa.
No, we have the best price in the country. And believe me, clients come from all over the world to be there with Dr. Paul Nassif. And I don't know about you, but I'm hanging on every word because I'm just so excited that he's here, an internationally renowned facial plastic surgeon. He's a star of E's television show, Botched. He has such a deep understanding of the facial aging process. I mean, you know what the skin looks like from the inside out. And it doesn't matter what you're doing in your surgical practice. What you need everyone to do at home is to take care of their skin, right? Because you can't address the texture or the tone or the radiance when they're with you. That's something that you recommend they take care of before they see you.
Absolutely. I mean, you can. That's why when we make a product, and like I said, I've wanted a niacinamide. I've wanted a niacinamide for years, and we said, okay, well, everyone else has niacinamide.
Sure.
And maybe they do have 10%, but again, there's not that many with 300 biopeptides, actually with a cranberry antioxidant, which is basically superfood for your skin.
Why do we want peptides?
Peptides are really what help the amino acids keep building collagen and elastin.
Okay.
And when you have collagen and elastin, that's where the anti-aging, one, if you already are aged, we're working on getting you looking better, as you see in the befores and afters. Or let's say you're in your early 20s and you want to stay looking great. Again, anti-aging before it starts. Prophylactically, we use this product. And you know, can we pop up one last second the clinical study?
Look at those nasolabial folds. Look at that, the texture, the tone of her skin. Look at how smooth, how radiant it is. If you have never tried a niacinamide serum, this is really an incredible offer. Again, he was saying you could spend hundreds of dollars. This one's $39. And by the way, it's 2 ounces, so it's not small. Sometimes serums out there like half an ounce, maybe an ounce. 1.5 ounces. This is 2 ounces for less than $40, which is really, really impressive. You're getting doctor-developed skincare at really incredible prices. No one else is doing this. I would hate for you to miss out on this one. It is on auto ship. Well, that's a good thing. You could lock in this price on auto ship, and today is the sale price. So we're gonna pause so everyone can place their order. Again, you're gonna add that to your routine of the detox pads, which are today's special, which are backed by popular demand. It only happens once a year that we do the detox pads. So we're gonna wrap this up, 09